Hey y'all, Nick Pomeroy here with PR Equipment in Kearns, Texas. Hey, it's what is it? October, middle of October, end of October. So we're starting to wind down mowing season here in Texas, which means we've got time to get out in the shop and take a look at new products and shoot some videos and things. We're really excited about what we're bringing you today. Today we're going to talk about some of the changes that are coming on the 2020 models of the Spartan Mowers. There's some exciting things. Certain models get more changes than others. What we're going to be working on today is the deck changes that are coming on the RT and SRT series. There's big changes across all the deck sizes, or all the decks that they make. The biggest change that I think is coming is we're going to have a 7-gauge decks across the entire lineup, all RZ all the way up. But what we want to focus on today is an RT. We got our hands on a couple of the pre-builds. These were the models that they built for the national dealer meeting. We got our hands on a handful of them because we were basically out of mowers anyway. So today we're just really excited to get out. We're going to talk about this mower deck. We're going to focus just mainly on the mower deck though on this particular video. We'll have some other videos that go into some of the other changes. We're going to raise the mower up, look underneath. We're going to check out some of the stuff that's changed on the top. There's some pretty exciting things. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks guys.
All right, y'all. So underneath the deck, here we go again. Some things are very much the same and some things are changed. So if you notice kind of, I don't know what angle. I know we're not getting the best angle with the camera. We're going to do the best we can. But if you notice that this used to be basically what we call the turbo shield. It was the front baffle that we could add to the front of the deck. It helps with grass flow, gets you a little bit more suction even with the standard blades, which is what these are. So basically now this is standard on all mowers. So a lot of people have kind of asked for it. We didn't see a ton of folks really need it in our area, but it's pretty exciting that they're going to add that as standard equipment because it does help. Moving over, I know it's kind of going to be a little bit of a bad shot. Maybe I'm going to try to turn the blades a little bit. They've added this deflector. They're telling me that this is going to help do with discharging grass. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't run a mower with the turbo shield yet. And I think Doug, who's actually running the video, he has run one of the ones we installed, but we've only installed one turbo baffle. This, I haven't run any mowers with. They say this is going to help with grass deflection. Really excited to get a demo mower in here, and we'll take a look at that. One change that's not reflected, and I think that's partially because this was, like, say, one of the very first builds for the 2020 models, but they're actually going to shorten this chute up. And we'll probably, when we get up on top, I think we'll take a little bit better look at that. But that's basically the changes that you can see from underneath. And we're going to go up on top and we're going to take a look at some other things.
All right, so now we're on top and we're on the left side of this deck. There's some pretty exciting things happening here too. I think it's to varying degrees of excitement. Let's start here, right? So the first thing that's happening here, you'll notice this is kind of new if you've looked at 2019 models. If you haven't, none of this is really going to seem new to you. But they're very simple things that they changed here. So for one, we're bringing in this scalping wheel, the left side scalping wheel. We're moving it in about 1.5 inches. Some folks, I guess you could hang this up potentially. Let's say you were mowing with the 2019, that scalping wheel was right on the edge. You had the potential for maybe hanging that up on your chain link fence. A lot of folks never noticed it because maybe you're not mowing along a chain link fence. You don't have any issue. But I think it's a pretty cool idea. It's not going to affect the performance of the deck or anything. It just moves it in just a little bit, gets you just a little bit more clearance. I really like what they did here. It's pretty slick. It's also pretty cool how they integrated this step. It's got kind of some little spiky things here for anti-slip, but they made that into a step, and so just made it a little easier to get on. Now, part of the reason why they did that is you'll notice big changes here. And I'm going to be completely transparent. When I first saw these at the national dealer meeting, my first reaction was like, oh crap, plastic, right? I wasn't really excited about it. The more I got to looking at it and thinking about it, the more excited I grew. So first off, the first thing I did was I reached down to feel the plastic, right? And this isn't cheap plastic. It doesn't give you that feel like, hey, this is a cheap plastic junk. It's actually a really, really well molded plastic piece. So that, first off, I guess that's a pretty nice thing. Second off, so they moved the knobs. If you've seen the 2019, there were some brackets here, and then the knobs would screw in to the side, which was great, but we struggled a little bit with one thing, that the knobs would rattle loose. Two, you would get some chatter because the metal on metal, which that's the cool thing about plastic, is that's eliminated that problem, but you could get a little rattle if these things weren't tight. So we've eliminated that by putting plastic on metal, so I'm really excited about that. I'm excited because we're not going to lose those knobs coming out at all. They were just kind of vibrate loose. And if you checked them every once in a while, it wasn't an issue, but if you didn't, it could be a problem. But one other thing I got to thinking is, on the other ones, we had extra bracketry here for the covers. And so without that extra bracketry there, it's going to make it easier to clean this deck, and it's not going to hold so much material along those side brackets. So there's really like 3 improvements I see from just going this way. And so obviously they kind of added a step because we got to be careful about stepping on that now. But you've got this, you've still got your treaded sticker. So like I say, just a handful of improvements, but I really like kind of the direction we're headed here. So now we're going to hop on the other side, show you a couple more changes, and then we'll be through on this one. Okay, so now we're on the right side of the deck. There's really only 2 changes I want to talk about over here. And one I can't even really show you. So in 2020, and what I mean by that is in 2020, this chute is supposed to be getting a little shorter. I saw the shorter chutes at the National Dealer Meeting, but for some reason this one didn't come with one. I'm assuming that it hasn't been released or they didn't have enough inventory or whatever the case may be. But this chute is going to get shorter, not by a ton, but a couple inches. They're telling us that that's going to help with grass flow coming out, especially in really heavy grass conditions, because this could kind of, slow down your grass discharge and maybe clump up a little bit. So they're going to shorten this a little bit. I really think it's a cool idea. It's very simple, but it just, like I say, it's going to help the grass to flow on out of here. And I also noticed that you wouldn't have quite so much droop. Moving forward, so here's the other one that's the most noticeable difference when you walk up to the mower is the new decal. Once again, being completely honest, when I first saw this decal at the NDM, I was like, not a big fan. The more I've seen it, the more I've looked at it, it's really growing on me a lot. I'm really liking it. There's 2 reasons why I like it. The looks is really starting to look really cool. I like the orange and just kind of how it sticks out a little bit more. But number 2, I think it's going to be a little bit better sticker in terms of how it's going to stick to the front of that deck. So I'm really looking forward to improvements in that area as well. So like I say, at first I was not so sure about it, but now I really like the way it looks. And as always, I guess we ought to talk about, so with like the turbo baffle underneath and with the chute and things, Spartan has always been really good about trying to make all of these improvements, kind of retrofittable. So if you've got 2019 or 2018 out there and you think you want to go ahead and try the turbo baffle, you want to do that upgrade, we can do that. We have those parts, we can install that turbo baffle. And this chute, I don't think it's available yet, but I don't know why it wouldn't. It should just interchange. And so we would even be able to upgrade you to that shorter chute if you was interested in doing that. So that's the really nice thing about Spartan is they try to make as much of this kind of retrofittable as possible. But like I say, hopefully you kind of saw from this video, we have some pretty exciting things coming. These mowers are something to be really proud of, and we really like what's coming in 2020. So I'm Nick Pomeroy with PR Equipment. This was our 2020 deck upgrade overview. If you guys have any questions or if you want to see a video about something specific, we'll definitely do our best to accommodate you. Feel free to check us out on Facebook, PR Equipment Sales LLC, YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. We're always releasing new videos and things. Also, we're on Instagram. Don't do a whole ton with it, but or PREquipmentsales.com. So check us out, guys. If there's anything we can do for you, let us know. Thanks, guys.